But for now, we're getting into Inferno. It's map number 2 of the series. It's the pick of FURIA. It's one that Cloud9 struggle on. And I think the only good sign is that, you know, despite all the losses that Cloud9 have sustained on this map, well, they did manage to get 14 rounds versus FURIA. No easy feat, which is, of course, last time they played. That being said, that series went 3. Right now, we're on the cusp of what could be a 2-0. Can FURIA get us there? Prius is going to show us the way.
The double AG and the pistol round here from for Cloud9, and the positions, if you look at the minimap, seems like that they're going to retake this B side if it comes to that.
Yeah, this is pretty much like from what I've seen, as part of their default on the CT side is to have the double HEs for the default plant spot on the B bomb site and retake afterwards. We saw that in their very first match with their original new roster. And I think I saw it last game of Inferno. I watched them play as well.
3 nade sets though on FURIA. 3 smokes. That's not every day you see that on the T pistol.
Yeah, they'll start to make their way up arch side, straight through into spawn for that B splits.
Yeah, that's
Case
nice.
waiting in banana as well. But Attack's got a great position there. He's done a lot of damage as they go down Speedway. And they have construction control. So there is a world where FURIA could slow things down. Or they're going to start committing forward, though, into construction. So it's going to be difficult. Oh, Vinny takes down his attack straight away. The nade goes through. That could be huge. Does good damage. And they are buying a lot of time right now. Floppy's doing a great job in delaying. That reinforcements for Cloud9 is coming in hard and fast. And Alex is already right behind them. They've been slowed down way too much.
Oh, that's so important by Honda.
And
they cannot hit him.
Doesn't give them the fight. This is such
a
topsy-turvy round. 10 seconds. They need the plant or the kills. They need something. They need anything. And they're going for frags. They won't get given them. Mezzi's hiding. There's no time for the plant. And Queserato loses to the clock. What?
Oh, it's so weird. What a weird pistol. It's just such a good job from Cloud9 to delay around construction for so long. That was so huge, that delay.
Yeah, but also I want to praise FURIA for actually their decision making in this round, like the mid round call being made after they walk up mid. They see that there's nothing challenging up in mid, and then they go for the split B. I'm not necessarily sure that that would be their preferred play if they didn't see that mid was clear like this. But it opened up enough space for them to just, you know, okay, they're probably not going to be that many towards long, and then we can just go straight for the split B.
Look at Art looking for the gap between the Molotovs so he can peek banana. He's trying to line it up. Eats a nade.
Art needs to take that deagle now from Yuri, man. Give him the Galil. He can't take a fight anymore. He can't take a duel with a Galil. There we go. Smart stuff. Great stuff. That's exactly what needed to happen, and it did. Got to go for the 1 deags now. Honda's a dab hand with the deagle as well.
Floppy's very committed, and you know FURIA just waiting the smoke out so they can clear it, so they can try and deal with him. S-Tag baiting on the jump, but look at Yuri. He is not falling for it. He is going to clear these angles. Can S-Tag get any sort of trade-off? Floppy's dead immediately, and Yuri already leading up towards B. It might force a rotate here for Cloud9. And yeah, already a player moving over. And it's all a ruse. FURIA walk back to middle, and if they kill Mezzi here, that would be massive. But Queserato doubles back, and as Cloud9 sit 2-2, FURIA given all the room mid, and they are taking it.
It's a question of maneuvers right now. They're both trying to out-chess each other. But of course, FURIA will have the numbers advantage. They've isolated any rotating CTs from that B bomb site. Mezzi, good for 1, but the A bomb site has been lost, and now Cloud9 have a decision to make. 2 versus 4. Quickly made 1 as Zephyr is deleted through the smoke. So I suppose FURIA could probably expect 2 players to be on any bomb site. As soon as they realize that one's in apartments, they got a chance to overwhelm the one guy which might be somewhere on the site. The smoke is up. Cloud9 realize what is happening as well, but ultimately there are too many man on road for FURIA, and they will steal the second round away from Cloud9.
So unfortunate for C9 to come off poorly hit.
Art just shoots the wall and it baits a shot from S-Tag. Gives away his spot.
But also
they're
like
just
really
knocking-
well played by FURIA, I feel like, in this round, that they just fall back and take things slow. They just let, you know, Cloud9 use their utility before that they make any real move anywhere on the map.
We'll get some deagles here, some nades as well, and Kevlar. So there's firepower, and there's a stack towards the B site as well. Now, FURIA, they do have Yuri towards the apartments. So as they're starting to harass towards B, they could try to get Yuri to maybe try and confirm as to like if that's the stack or not. And they're actually going to push top mid. I love it. The retake nades go in, and then they can rotate off. Now, FURIA have time to reset if they want to, but they're going to push the issue.
Ooh. That's tagged down. There could be a problem. Luckily, Vinny's in A, so he's like committed with the bomb. There's no going back here for FURIA. Although they could, or maybe they should have. Zeppa with a swing. Floppy finds another, and blinking, you miss it. The bomb back under control of C9. Dear, oh dear. Those rotates were so good for Cloud9. Oh, still winnable though.
That Ferrari peek from Zeppa, absolutely ridiculous. I think he knew he had to be decisive there, win it here or lose it to position. Just utter wide swing and a headshot. That's confidence. You love to see it.
I love the retake nades top banana. That's like not something you'd normally see, I feel like, in a round like this. And it just, and FURIA had time to just reset until the smokes go away, but they decided to play into the timing that Cloud9 created. Where
No, but
Cloud9
I feel like
gets
it
to rotate
makes
everyone.
It makes perfect sense what they did, because he sees the boost towards CT, and then he sees two HEs being bounced from the side, so they know that they are only one player on A at that point, which is clearly being communicated, and they just go to him. But that one player, I didn't see who it was, but he was so good at buying time until the rotate actually came in.
I think it was Mezzi. He's been really impressive, for sure.
But Cloud9 also, like, with the instant rotation towards their side after they know what kind of information they have been giving away. Oh, and that was the kind of round that they needed in order to turn this around, and especially this follow-up that they don't give FURIA to do the same thing as they did before, winning that force buy.
AK, no armor. This is going to be an interesting one. Okay, Serrate creeping forward. Obviously, the site pit set up. Oh, the smoke's going down. Vinny trying to catch somebody out on a flank timing. They know right now that there are players locking them in.
Yeah, nice by S-Tech that he doesn't overcommit here. He doesn't go for the fight. He just sits there, hold that off angle, and he's just secure that he gets both the frags there. Perfectly played by S-Tech. That's something that you usually see, like when you have the flank, you can see some of those players getting like over ambitious, and they want to go for that quick flank where they get the kills instantly, but S-Tech just plays it to perfection here. Lots of discipline, good to see.
Plays to win the round, not to increase his stat line. It's always good to see. Alright, so 3 players starting banana for Cloud9, looking for early control. They're just running straight down with the incendiaries, and they can take that forward control, drop a smoke if they want. But they're going to go aggressive. They want to kill all these ecoing players immediately.
Oh, Cloud9 are backing up. I thought for a second maybe the Zeus finds a kill, but they'll peer out into middle, they'll clear it out, and they'll just hard rotate A. That's a really good move, knowing that FURIA were likely an ult. They're actually coming right back to B as they heard Cloud9 retreat from the banana. S-Tag's still here. He's got a molly. Gets a spray off. Can he drop the molly? No, he's here for the fight. He's here committed now. Oh, this is getting dangerous. The bait jumps are perfect. And S-Tag, I don't think he wanted to commit there, but he didn't have a choice. Molly into the spawn and an AK grab for Art. Let's see if he can do anything with it.
No smoke for CT, but there's a flashbang. They have some information. And leads back the commit superior position. The MP9, the burst at the end, a team kill that certainly helped. And somehow 4 players are alive for Cloud9. FURIA not realizing there'd be somebody at Coffin so quickly, especially maybe when they spotted the guy at CT. But here we are. 4-1 for Cloud9. A bumpy start, but things are starting to look a little rosier for them for the time being. But that can certainly change. We can see the rifles are out again for FURIA. The aggression, the oppression will keep coming. Yuri and Art with only 1 kill each. That'll change soon. Maybe. Maybe it won't.
Ooh.
Nice trade there. That's an important one. They're really trying to take control of Banana here. They can. I mean, they have a 4 versus 4. Got loads of time on the clock. They can let some of those smokes dissipate if they want. Take top mid in the meantime. Retake top Banana afterwards. Or they can just go A. Flash there for S-Tag. Well, they push him off position though.
Yeah, but they still have so much control here from Cloud9. Like, he still have deep banana control. He's not afraid to play it close towards long, so he's able to push out if Alex sees anything on that banana. And he will in just a minute. He needs to get that first kill, and he does. Nice entry on kill onto Yuri. And I'm curious about how they're going to react. Well played by Alex, just falling back into a safe position.
Oh, on the jump. No way they go back for it. Come on.
Yeah, it's FURIA. What did you expect?
Yeah. Your turn, Keserato. Well, he sees nothing. Alex, great reposition again in the site. Can't be picked here. Forcing FURIA to commit 15 seconds as a player in spawn. They're not going to smoke it. They have to plant in the smoke if they want to win the round. That is their only way.
Oh.
And Alex has denied it. And
There we
the
go.
follow-up. Great round on the AWP. He was solo and he gets it done all by himself. 5-1. This is quite the change, quite the turnaround for Cloud9.
And I mentioned that we needed impact from him like before this game started, and this is definitely what we need to see. Like, perfect play from Alex, constantly repositioning himself, playing the perfect angles, and also just hitting some of these shots that he just needs to hit. So, well played.
Yeah, really, really well played. Such a solid start, and it didn't look like it was going to go that way. We had to have switch shenanigans first, and Arsenal runs straight through the molly.
It was in the middle of the wall. It wasn't even on the corner. It went backwards. That was some Tenet nonsense, man. I'm inverting.
Did it? No, it didn't hit the molly in the air, did it?
No, surely not. A pop flash. Ooh. Okay, well, that's a favorable exchange for Cloud9.
It's the sort of.
I'm still.
He bought a sort of.
I respect the sort of on Inferno. I wouldn't go B with it, but.
Where'd you go with it?
Take it to apartments. My sort of is called. I've named it Inferno Cash Machine. I go apartments and peek out a boiler with it. I like to use it because I feel like it would probably upset people if I kill them with it, and I do. So that psychological warfare, I'm kind of making the game easier for myself in the future rounds. Even if I fail, like the audacity to use it, I feel like, you know, there's definitely something to be said there. The disrespect, you know?
I could imagine that Kerrigan would actually follow that advice.
I feel like I can see that Cloud9 have the understanding that they need to meet FURIA with their aggression in order to be successful. Somehow Art's still alive. Somehow Yuri's in the middle of the A bomb site. He's done well from the pit, it must be said. Of course, there was that Deagle play from earlier on, but the FAMAS to clean things up will allow a 6-1 scoreline for Cloud9.
Man, it's looking so good so far. They're really taking so much control. It's nice. It's good to see. Not easy to do against FURIA as well. Man, it's gonna be weird when everything goes back to LAN someday.
It's gonna be fucking great.
It's gonna be pretty awesome.
You know, somebody made a thread. It was like 3 years ago today that Cloud9 won the Boston Major.
No.
Or was it yesterday?
way.
It was today. Yeah. Or depending on your time zone. I was just reading the comments about like all the memories that people have. Like one of my favorite things about majors is just looking at all the, like, some guy flew his younger brother from 8 states away and watched it with him, and just like the moments people shared or made for themselves is it's even rewarding to read about, you know. That kind of stuff is super awesome. So I look forward to when people can enjoy those experiences again. I guess they're looking for a restart for some reason.
Yeah.
Everybody's gone back. Normally, you wouldn't do it when there's been some damage in the rounds, but I don't know the nature of the problem.
Not for us.
But I mean, it's clear this round's not going to get played anyway, so. Production needs to repeat that. Actually, I'll just type to them, trying to give us some info.
Speaking of the Boston major as well, I think it was it's like the 3rd most concurrent still, I think, on Twitch, wasn't it?
It was number 1, and some guy, I don't know who he is, he just like annihilated it.
Yeah, there's been a couple of people, but it's crazy that it's held up for that long even still.
Yeah.
I
feel like social media basically has the number 1 spot now. But yeah, it was pretty epic at the time. Man, I just miss, like, the weirdest thing about this, right, is that I always liked throwing myself at the crowd, not literally, but like I would always go outside after a major and spend as much time with fans as possible. Like if that's something which is meaningful for them, then, you know, I'll do that all night. But I don't know if I can do that now, man. Like, I want to. I don't know if that'll be a thing for a while with this global situation, as Harry calls it. Even though, like, I got jabbed with a vaccine this week, but they don't know yet if you can still spread it, or if it's like even if it's like full immunity versus
seasonal flu.
Just making it a lot easier to, I don't know. I want to go out, man, and share bacteria with the plebs.
Oh dear. Well,
show them how to play the sword off. True fighter.
Well, Stepper will show us how to play an AWP as they're lining up for him. Shotgun mode, maybe.
Oh, he's feeling it now. You can just see the way he peeks. And the way he wide swung before with the deagle and stuff, so... This is looking quite promising for Cloud9, right?
Yeah.
That's 7-1. It is looking really, really good. It feels like, you know, FURIA there. I like what they were doing because they just it's nice to sort of energize the team to just kind of, you know, even like the slower rounds or defaulting hasn't really been panning out as much. Let's just try to like run at them and see. And FURIA obviously are a team that's quite good at doing that. And it feels like that can be very helpful to just help your team take the initiative, get people some action. As Cloud9 have been out playing FURIA in a lot of the slower rounds. Art's going to find himself top banana completely clear, which is nice, although Cloud9 may opt to throw some retake nades in there, or they may just play it passively. It's like a passive approach. And Art's going to take full advantage. That Incendiary's going to go down, and he's looking to get some more value out of this. Floppy goes for the peak. He's going to take down Arts. Okay, it's Rata with the AK now.
He's holding for the blue boost. That's a nice play, but they're going up and over. He needs to be ready. They can see S-Tag. He can't see them. Floppy gonna hide inside of the smoke. He's making a big play here. Are they ready? They know he was here earlier. He moves through with a 3K, and what a spray down. Backstabbed eventually, but the round is won. Floppy inside of the smoke, causing chaos for FURIA.
And that's 8-1.
Really, really nice there with the timing from Floppy with the way that he pushes through, and also just on point with that aim.
Told you, man. Floppy over performance. I called it. Well, it's another attempt for FURIA. And Banana's going to be a big focus for them once again. instant molly. But look at this push again. Cloud9 aggression. FURIA, they must take banana, and Cloud9 are really putting a stop to it at the moment, at least in this round. Alex keeping him honest towards the A bomb site. We can see there is a creep towards apps. There was a molly up there though, so if there was a plan for maybe a fast response, if they read 3 towards B, they weren't able to do that. But they have taken top mid with a minute 20 on the clock, and we can see Art moving forward. Yuri waiting for the smoke to go. Mezzi on the balcony this time.
Flash coming through, Zeppa, he's fully blind. Again, inside of the smoke, he's been working wonders. Yuri gets the entry, but the bomb's loose now, and Zeppa's wrapping the site. Oh, this smoke working to his advantage very well.
Oh, wow.
Cloud9, unbeatable right now. FURIA just can't even get into the bomb sites, let alone get to a post-plant situation.
And it's not even like close rounds or anything right now. They're pretty much just destroying FURIA right now, the way they play. And Zeppa is so good at playing that position on side. And with that, Messi and Pitt has also been having a great game so far. I feel like staying alive and buying time. It may not look like that on the stats itself, but I feel like you've had some really, really important rounds where he just bought time down there. Oh, fast play towards mid again. Oh, he doesn't. Nice by Zeppa again.
Shut it down. Shut it down. Man like Zeppa on short. Alex just letting him jump. You're inviting some company. I can see there was a slight hesitation. Messi was like, do I repick this? Nah. Just stick it. Force the trade. 500 HP Cloud9 in round number 11.
Yeah, it's also nice to just create as much hopelessness as possible. Like, not even just swing because we have infinite money and I want to get more kills, but what if we create a situation where FURIA just get no frags? It really feels awful. That said, FURIA does that shit on floppy. Is that something?
I took a picture of a tire once and I named it Hope and Despair.
No, but that is actually a pretty good point, because I feel like that's something that a lot of players actually miss, that amount of discipline with that when the round has been won, like we see here, and there's only one player left alive, that you don't die to him, like that he doesn't get that 1 or 2 frags, that you just keep on building, you know, a healthy economy. So if at later stages of the half that you start to lose a couple of rounds in a row, you manage to, you know, buy for as many rounds in a row as you possibly can. And I mean, I've been around. I've been coaching a lot of players through my career, and I feel like that there's so many players who just don't have the discipline to, you know, just play the round safe when it's needed. And
Yeah,
they do a good job by doing this here. Cloud9 just staying alive. Losing 1 player, but that's what it is, right? But if you look at the money, like, it's so healthy right now that you can see that they can at least buy for 2 more rounds.
Yeah, big banana presence from FURIA. They'll make their way up quickly. K-Serato leading the charge there. We do have a solid defense here. Floppy and Alex want to fight. There's the boost. That was close. K-Serato almost catching that. They'll get out of dodge quickly. The molly thrown down there. And the smoke means it's going to be hard for FURIA to really chase them. They could actually just exec off of this, and Alex is going to go for the peek here. He wants that info. He's going to pick it up. Does he get away? Yep, he absolutely does. Oh, God, I feel terrible right now for FURIA. They really must.
Yeah, Alex doing that, re-aggroing with no flash and killing Art, who is now 2 and 12. It's like we've swapped sides. It's like the, you know, flipped on its head right now. Art's getting truly a taste of his own medicine.
Cool, that was sharp from K-Serato. What does Alex do now? Straight around the smoke at the very least. Holding angles. He'll actually find Vinny, but Yuri will punish him, and they'll take map control for now. But the aggression keeps coming from Cloud9. They're meeting FURIA every time. A 2-man spray down from Estak, running out of bullets, so it gives Hunter a chance for half a second. And Zeppa is here. Brutal violence round after round, but Cloud9 keep racking them up.
Yeah, they're playing so well, Cloud9 right now, and with so much confidence in the way that they just push the smokes, and they just don't give FURIA like any space towards that B area. As soon as they try to execute, they're just everywhere. But up until that point where Furia just actually executes, it feels like they're trying to go with a mostly defensive approach. I mean, we saw the boost now, but if you look towards A side, they've had a couple of rounds where they tried to shut down top mid, but they've also had a lot of rounds where Sever is just hiding behind the default boxes on side as well, and just swinging around the smokes or whatever. But as soon as Furia starts to execute, you just see that there's a lot of rotations going on. So it feels like that Cloud9 has the read that there's not a lot of fakes going on from Furia. Smoke the bug that time.
Ooh. Okay, that's not a bad start from Furia. They do get traded, but it's a gun to be collected. K-Sharate picks up the AWP. And is holding Arch now. So, interesting spot as well, because S-Attacks push really deep on Banana, so that's an interesting prospect for Furia. That they don't have to go and continue on to A here. They don't have much utility to take the site. Given the utility they have, B is definitely a better prospect. That's probably something that Cloud9 can anticipate, knowing their opponent's economy. But S-Attack's in a committed position. He could end around or not. Art is wise to that one, and he will continue to push on through. And they have a really great chance now.
The shot, it's save or go, depending on whether K-Sharate hits it, and a couple of whiffs. Now that's going to bait Cloud9 in. The jump missed K-Sharate, a third opportunity perhaps, but Floppy's killed Art coming through the smoke. They're baiting for Floppy to move in as well. K-Sharate finally hits one and doubles down. 3 shots in a row perhaps, but no, the Deagle spam might have to do it, and Yuri will help him out instead. If only the no-scope hit the smoke, that would have been a nice ending, but a round is a round, and Furia, they'll take it. Up to 2 finally.
Up to 2. Definitely a rough situation. You never know. Well, they could have a strong CT half, but they need to give themselves margin for error, and that starts with getting 4 rounds out of this T half. Cloud9 not quite falling over Cash. If they were to get wiped out in this round, things could get interesting for the last, but let's focus on this one for now. Simple flash takes the angles away. To the right of the window on the wall. Flash would land behind the sandbag. Alex caught on short. Messi and Zeppa are here, giving up some angles on long, which is going to be breached by Vinny in the meantime. While Yuri's entertaining on short, igniting that on the radar. They've lost position now, though. There is the smoke up. Still 2 players on B for Cloud9, starting to get concerned with CT. I can see S-Tag looking in that direction, and Vinny's gone for a flank towards Library. He'll soon find that no one is there.
Trades out onto the side. Zeppa left alone there, has so much work to do. He will get traded. He's been so awesome in that position, but finally Furia finding some momentum here, and Floppy and S-Tag backing away. It's looking like the big 3 is about to hit the scoreboard.
11-4 CT comeback. Is that realistic? Are we in that boat at this point?
I don't know. I'd never know what to expect from Furia, I gotta say.
I can't fault you for that, but there it is. 3rd round, and Guns surviving for Furia. Cloud9 will be able to buy full for the last round of the half, no problem.
I think it was Sonic who once said that 11-4 is the most dangerous lead you can have.
False sense of security.
Yeah, I mean, if you lose the pistol, I think that was before the update with the money system, and you get that extra bonus round automatically, even though that you lose the pistol. But I mean, he does have a point with, like, it feels it feels like that the win is almost there, but
It really isn't. It's a long fight round.
It really isn't. Oh, spam him through.
Yeah, it is a sprayable position. In both directions, actually. If you jump on the crate, in the corner of the wall, you can spray into the door on balcony from a CT perspective from this crate here.
Oh, she should have hit that one not. Sipper get the best of him.
Well, Yuri, he baited the AWP shot on the short side. He knows Alex is there. Vinny picks up the AWP and finds Zeppa under balcony. They push one AWP back on A. That's re-aggressing though. Alex has been really good at finding these timings on the re-aggro, and he's got a back shot. There it is. Great stuff from Alex. That's a huge move. Furia already going B though.
Bomb collected, and in this case, Sarat is going to find his timing on Floppy. That is so important. That's a free bomb site now. They don't have any utility for the crosshair for Yuri. We'll see if he's going to be able to make it in time. Yes, the tag is actually holding within AWP. And Yuri knows that that's very likely. Keiserato. Oh, the timing is perfect. What a pre-aim there from Keiserato too. Huge moves. They're so smart.
He threw the bomb. Yuri threw the bomb into the choke to insinuate the Keiserato was in the pit. That's why the AWP was looking towards CT and not Ruins. What a bait. I've seen that before. I think it's Fours that did that, or some Russian team did that ages ago on this map. And wow, that's a really smart play.
He has no idea where they are now, Alex, and he has so much work on his hands to see if he can clutch this one, but I think it's unlikely.
4 rounds, there it is, Furia. It didn't look pretty at the start, but some signs of life showing up at the end. Cloud9 still in a very good position, though, on Furia's map pick, looking to make this series go the distance. Join us in just a moment for the rest.
Welcome back, everybody. We've got ourselves a map 2 between Cloud9 and Furia. If you're just joining us, Cloud9 pretty much just dominated Furia from start to finish in that first, well, not to actually finish, but for the majority of the first half, it was very dominating. Furia did eke out a few rounds right at the end. The question is 4 rounds enough for them to mount some form of a comeback? Cloud9 have been looking really good right now, and we heard it from Alex yesterday that they understand better how to prepare for Furia. That first bout that they had, there were some things that caught them off guard, there were some jitters. And Arts was one of the key factors in Furia's success, but he has not found any success whatsoever. What was it, like 4 kills in that first half? Something, I mean, we'll see in a moment, but it's not been great. So we're going to need to see something better from Art, and just overall a better look from Furia, and it starts with the pistol, as always.
Yeah, 4 kills.
Well, 3 kills.
3 kills.
God damn.
Damn, that was worse than Alex's first half on Nuke. So, can happen to all of us. Furia will start with 3 players towards B. I love the jump spot through Raps on the pistol run. Got the smoke and the TZ as well, should there be a rush coming his way. But Yuri's going to get his face popped towards that old car position. For the youngsters here, there used to be a car there. Now there isn't, but we'll still call it car. Dual breasters or dual elites. Barrels or car.
It feels like car is an unintuitive call these days. It does feel like that should change.
No, Dan, no.
It's swift, it's quick, you know.
It's like the game helper calls on Dust 2. It's a badge of honor.
The less syllables in a call, the better.
Yeah,
right.
They could have shaped the barrels like a car, or put a graffiti of a car somewhere, or a toy car. No.
James, I want next segment for your camera to be the old car from Top B Inferno.
Right, be right back.
It's going back a few years. Cloud9 faking B right now. Vinny gets the kill. That's a nice shot, but it doesn't really matter. The bomb's going abs, and there's only one man here. Art maybe coming back in time, but surely nothing to be able to stop this entourage of T's. Nothing big for Floppy falling into the pit, and yeah, that's the round. That might be even the game, you could argue, if Cloud9 have their way.
Yeah, instinct by Floppy jumping down into pit and saving again from Furia.
Oh dear, it's not really the start that Furia were after. Extra money for Honda. It's always nice. He actually maintained, I think, all of his Kevlar too.
Yeah,
He's maintained
so
the integrity of the Kevlar.
But I feel like that we're going to see a force buy then. And there it is.
Ooh,
Max 7.
Okay. Do Cloud9 find a way to avoid this Max 7? I feel like it could be so dangerous in the right spots, of course. Oh.
Yeah, let's see.
It's Honda.
Oh, it looks like it stopped, yeah. Do you also have a name for your Max 7 then, James?
My Max 7 is... What is it called? My Max 7 is a Virtus Pro cannon. I think it's called Virtus Plow. I have it's the Hazard, so it's black and yellow, and it's covered in Virtus Pro stickers. It's one of a kind, and it's called Virtus Plow. It's my money maker. I don't use it very often though. I'm trying to use it a little bit more because it is it can be quite solid.
It can.
Oh my god. That's pretty disgusting, although unfortunately it did not really help them all that much. I was wondering if the restart came in because of the buy actually. Well, it's going to be interesting to see exactly what the choice is, if that was a misbuy or if indeed we are going to see the Max 7. I feel like we're all hyped up for it now.
Big shout out to our official betting partner of the CS Summit 7, Betway. Thanks for making the matches so exciting with the odds. They're always 1.727 for Cloud9 though. I mean, my sample size is 2 maps. So maybe that's wrong, but I'm going to say that it isn't. As a rumor, allegedly. But anyway, it's always fun to see where the odds have been placed, especially when you have like challenging situations like this, like a new Cloud9 roster, stand-ins here and there. Is there a way back for Furia, chaps? Is there a way back?
With no pistol. Ooh.
I think it's a tough one, isn't it? Because there's not really margin for error off of the first gun round. You don't really get to experiment with you don't really get the time to understand, what pace Cloud9 is running, what is their default going to look like in this match. Like, a lot of those things you just don't really get to figure that out. You have to kind of be correct off of your first guesses and I mean, I would assume that Furia have a sense of some of that information from the previous encounter where they played Cloud9 and defeated them pretty effectively, I believe, on this map. And so they're going to have to rely on that information to inform some of their decisions on their first buy round. But I feel like banana control, as always, is going to be, of course, a very important point for them, as it's the easiest way for the T side to deny information from the CTs. And that's so you'd want Furia to have a good handle of that element of the map control. And so that's the first thing I'm going to be focusing on when we eventually get to the buy round. The full buy round.
Oh, they reset again, and there is Max 7 still.
Nice, nice,
Or not.
nice.
Exactly the same buy. But no, to answer that question as well, I don't think there's like this. If Furia is going to make a comeback, like then they need this round. If they lose this round, then it's over. Sorry to say that, but it is.
How dare you tell us your honest opinion? Can't believe you've done this. Well, I mean, they may find some upsetting things here for Cloud9 with the Mag 7, with the pistols. You never know, these players are pretty incredible. There's a bunch of deagles out there, 3 smokes as well. They've got a set up top mid here, ready to receive. And is this going to be contact from Cloud9? It might well be, indeed it is. Ace attack, what a swing! K-Serato though finds 2, there's the deagles raining in the damage as we have a 2 versus 2 now, and Vinny takes a few more pops, but situation changes now as Cloud9 are deciding to dive onto that site. They want to get the bomb planted. Ooh, he finds it just before the smoke blooms, leaving Floppy alone in this one. Mac 10 is not a bad weapon in situations like this, but actually Art does have a helmet. I don't think we've heard that Mac 7 get fired yet. Maybe it's the weapon to end the rounds. Closing the distance now, Floppy finds Vinny, and it is indeed going to be up to the Mag 7 here from Arts. Oh, he can't find any damage from that. I don't think a single bullet landed. Great stuff from Floppy to hold that one down.
They're going to buy again.
Yeah, definitely. 4 kills, right?
Yeah.
And at this scoreline, I mean, that's the danger, because it, you know, as much as it would make sense to buy, it means if they lose it, they're not going to get one rifle round in this map, really. We're up against 14, so yeah, not surprised to see it, but big danger.
Yeah, but like at this point, when you're this far behind and you need to get to those rifle rounds as well, but you like this is the make it or break it round for Furia as well as the one before. But 4 kills in that round makes the choice pretty obvious that they need to buy, because they were so close in the round before, and
they could get so much momentum if they win this one. It's totally agree with all of that. And sometimes you just gotta accept the truth that everything sucks, and you just gotta go with the flow. And it sucks.
In the words of Vince McMahon, Dan, life sucks and then you die.
And I mean, they did get some initial damage on Art. Oh, sorry, they got some initial damage on Floppy, I should say, and this attack. So it all counts. 3 smokes held on to so far for Furia. With 50 seconds left, that's actually pretty good, although there is a stack towards top mid. So they're kind of expecting to catch Cloud9 as they come back for their top mid part of their default. Although with that said, there is a smoke top mid to slow them down. So I like this, because this will force desperation for Cloud9. They don't really have time to wait for this.
That was a potential spray, but they didn't want to give the position away, it seems.
Did they just refresh the top mid smoke?
Yes.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, that's a look at 20 seconds. Oh no.
They think it's B though.
This is it though. Oh, they have such good positions here, Vinny and Honda. First one.
Beautiful. Playing off of each other, just buying some time. Vinny staying alive.
Oh, they're all alive. That's
They
insane.
even managed to get a 3rd man off B in time to help with that last kill, which is very impressive.
Yeah, and get a weapon as well, I guess.
That's so awesome. Now what an exciting situation we have. This is so well played. I can't believe not a single player died here. Beautiful work from Furia. And we were talking about momentum, we were talking about all of that, and they've given themselves an amazing spot because all players survived, so that's obviously very helpful economically. They can pick up some guns there, and Cloud9 force buy. That's a great response. So if Cloud9 win this force buy, it just cripples Furia completely. So it makes a lot of sense. But if Furia can hold on, then the momentum starts to really swing in their way.
Oh.
They're going back for it. The re-jump. Does Yuri want to push the smoke or just bail back through the hallway? Feels like a safe play.
If you're not going fast, if you're not going fast into apps, your teammate can stand on the barrel and you can hop up without giving a sound cue away into the balcony position. FYI.
Silent and deadly. Patient stuff though, no reason for FURIA to move. Man up, 5-on-4. They fall back from the double short side, so Yuri's already beginning his move towards CT as this player jumps out of apartments.
Wow.
Will that pull him back? The bomb is going B. In the meantime, a quick tap for Yuri to remove Mezzi from the round, and now the B player is in with a second player only just getting here in time. No CT smoke. He could have fought that, but the flash pushes are off. They haven't cleared Mini out. They're running right by him. He's got the last player and now dies to the pistol. Flash going high for Yuri. He's going to try and stop this plant. Oh, he could have. He certainly could have. There was no cover, but he's playing things safe and wants to go on with his team. Not traded is Zeppa, getting out with a chance in the clutch. Oh.
It's a lot of damage though, and with the bomb down and so many rounds ahead, there's such a strong argument also with the loss bonus for them to force again. I feel like we'll see what they do there though. I guess there's also the argument that they can cobble together a pretty nice half buy.
Yeah, I'd say go for the half buy here and build up your economy so you can have like you have enough rounds to give off. So just save up enough money for you to have a proper buy, and yeah, you still have enough money to buy a couple of good pistols and do a budget execute somewhere with the money they have now. So okay, with the nade to give him some cover
At the cost of 22 HP as well.
Haven't seen that before on Inferno.
Looking to burst through the smoke here. Should be should be a good spot for Vinny here. Able to take down one. He's pretty far away from his teammates, but still the trade comes through. Oh god, that's a bit labored. And 3 versus 2
look
now.
at B.
Yeah,
B
it's
has been
getting awkward.
completely bailed. Obviously, Alex doesn't know that, but
Why stop there when you can keep on going? Oh, the timing always works for him, doesn't it? All the information he needed. Seems to know the last player is low, pulls out the pistol. Floppy on the hunt, but Honda's coming in from the back. Gap is closed to 6 rounds for FURIA. 4,500 and up for Cloud9. There'll be some drops, it seems.
I wonder if Art will start to come online at any point if this continues. Because I feel like if Art gets some more comfort, and then really comes online and like maybe has a good round or two, that's the signal to me that FURIA could actually win this map. Speaking of which, we'll have some aggression here. Top banana. Alex going down to the HE. Sometimes you just really get caught by those nades. Oh, ready for that one. That's a 5v3 early on. Talking about momentum, it's really starting to come together for FURIA.
Yeah, it looked like they lost the nade battle because Art and Honda are so low, but they immediately dunk a player. I think it was Alex, and an S-tag headshot. Really good start for FURIA. Here comes Cloud9 crunching on A. 2 in the pit. 1 just goes wide to the site. There's so many grenades. Cloud9 are unknown right now. They are playing contact, but it'd be nice to see a Molotov in the pit. Something to get rid of Yuri right now. Floppy has got a pick out of long. Honda far away gone. And K-Start is still trapped to the back.
give space for Zeppa to work around long now because of that first entry. Oh, and they actually smoke off small pit in order to give him some space. That's so nice.
Can't lose the bomb though. Oh, well, there it is. Yuri drops one and K-Serata helps out. Yeah, I like that play. He was walking through the motor smoke. It felt like FURIA didn't fall for it though. Still 3 in A. And no plant, so broken by here for Cloud9. Oh, it's getting kind of scary. I know it's not close yet, but I could change it a couple of gun rounds.
I noticed on a retake of B, I think 2 rounds ago, one of the players shot at some blood on the wall. Now, some people have, there's this command, r_clear decals, which will remove blood, bullet holes, marks on the floor from fire, all that kind of stuff. I have it bound to mouse 3, but I also have it bound to scoreboard. So if I press tab, it does the scoreboard, but also does clear decals. Some handy notes for those of you at home who like a clean bomb site when you're on the retake. Cloud9 3 rounds away from a 3rd map of Train. I think the games have been exciting so far, and I don't see Train being any different. Should we go to distance? Cloud9 are trying to force the issue in that respect. A solid CT side from them. They'll be on the pistols. This is still a very dangerous buy round. They've got a lot of junk to throw at FURIA.
So much
Lots
info
of early, yes, lots of early information from Case Rado.
Oh god.
Oh.
Did they just nade themselves? Either way,
Oh, good
Yuri
flashes.
is going to do a lot of damage. Good team play coming in from the A-side defenders. That said, the pistols are always going to find some of those awkward kills. S-Attack, he's got an AWP and a Tech-9, and now he's got nothing. So a lot of economic damage, but you know, of course, FURIA have had a lot of success. They are able to withstand that. Mowing him down. Okay. 9-13 for FURIA. 4 rounds away from tying things up. Get a tech pause. So what do we need to see from Cloud9? You know, what's the difference maker for them to start getting back on track here?
We need to see 3 rounds.
Obviously, yeah, but I feel like that they need to. So one thing is that they've been fighting a lot for that banana, and that didn't work out for them before. But they've actually been getting quite a lot of space towards that apps area, and also getting the control of top mid. So I feel like that they can, you know, still use the smoke that they're using on banana right now, which denies FURIA a lot of info. But then they need to take over that top mid and pretty much just take it slow from there. Because if FURIA want to use all the util to begin with on banana, then that's fine. Just let them, because they'll have less to protect themselves or defend themselves in the late round. So I think like if I were Cloud9 at this point, I would slow down.
Okay, well, we'll see if that's what they choose to do pretty shortly here.
I've been wrong before, though. I also said the FURIA was going to go outside and nuke, right? So
yeah,
I've never been wrong, ever. I've got 100% win rate since birth. Floppy 22 for 16, leading the server at the moment. Art still missing. He's on the back of the milk carton. 5 kills in 22 rounds. For me, Floppy would be instrumental in a victory on Inferno. So far, so good, but it's not done yet. The AKs are out, and maybe fast pace towards top minute here as well. Yuri with 2. He still has help as well from Honda. That will limit the defenses. My god, the spatial awareness from Cloud9 to get that flank as well. What a violent round. 1 versus 2 for Art. He knows one player's planting, but where is the second?
Oh, it's 5-18 right now. This would be the rounds that could, I think, really help to bring him back alive if he's able to find a way to deal with this situation. Nobody's on the side, though. He might be getting wrapped. Oh, that looked very close to him getting wrapped there. Player in apartments. 1 on shorts.
Oh,
that's some information at least. But where is the other player? He has no idea. He's gonna have to fall back, and there's just no chance. It's very unfortunate for Art.
let's compare the reaction of FURIA to the reaction of Cloud9 with the B flank there, right? Obviously, FURIA know Cloud9 is taking mid very aggro with lots of players coming through. When we saw S-Tag push down B in the first half, you remember he sat in the headshot angle and he just waited for FURIA to come back down mid for the kills. Right there, Vinny swings mid from Banana and S-Tag turns around and kills him. And that's what puts Art in the 1v2. I feel like if Vinny doesn't swing there, if he plays like S-Tag did in that first half and plays it a little bit slower, a little bit safer, then FURIA can group and 2v2 on the retake. It just kind of leaves Art in an impossible situation. So one little detail could have cost FURIA that entire round. They had a 4-on-3, but it all fell apart so quick.
Well, it's the new rounds, and Art's continuing on with the AWP. A couple MP9s in the mix, and that is to make sure that they can have any indicator they can have full nades, and a little boost there. Gonna try to win.
Honda's got an AWP as well, and he's currently looking down mids. Catches Alex. Well, if Honda's got an AWP, then there's 2 AWPs. That much is something that Cloud9 can glean from this information. Currently see them creeping for a pop flash play, which I assume S-Tag's going to line up for them. And that smoke grenade will help him. 2 players on the site waiting. S-Tag just trying to invite people to focus on mid while they go in dry. Well, there's a flash from Zepa. Yuri creating some space for himself after a 2K. Now they know one was creeping around mid. Full rotation from FURIA, as they like to do. Swing and a miss with the AWP top mid. Zepa still creeping around this lurk smoke, trying to find something, and indeed he will. Still a chance for Cloud9 to win this round.
Double orbs. It's really cool that like a double orb can be something that can be kind of solved sometimes kind of quickly by teams, but when you bring it out, you know, first, it's often good for a surprising round victory as players just run into those angles unexpectedly finding that AWP there, and so it's a good moment to try to stifle that momentum from Cloud9, bring out the double orbs and so on. But Mytha, you know, if you're up against double orbs, you're in Cloud9's shoes now. What are some good calls that you think might be able to help them circumvent that?
Once upon a time, there was a team called Vega Squadron that would just buy full Mag 10 no matter how much money they had, and they'd just rush B. I don't know if you remember that one, but that would be like a typical reaction they actually had to play against the double orb. So that's one way to go. No, I mean, obviously you need to work very methodically in the way that you take map control. You need to take care that they don't get some of those aggressive peaks, and I mean, I would probably use one of my smokes to take banana control, and then also use the smoke to take top mid control, as well as doing everything with the molly and you know, avoid all the angles where they can where the orb could be, and then I mean, exploding into their faces pretty much just as a form of like a surprise attack or something would be a good idea.
Well, contacting into the AWP is not not successful for them here.
Oof. Good read by FURIA though, because it's actually not a bad idea that they have against the double AWP, that they just want to pop out of apps like that and take them by surprise. But Honda in the right position again.
Yeah, as you say, like they can close the distance really quickly with apps, and so yeah, that is a very good thinking for FURIA, and they're happy to slow things down here. They have this 5 versus 4. They've fallen all the way back. They actually don't have much utility remaining as well. Single smoke, single incendiary for FURIA, but playing those really deep positions on the A site. So waiting for Cloud9 to execute somewhere. They're not interested in gaining any information, and those smokes are going to tell them all they need to know.
Honda in the pit with the AWP. Can't see much of anything. Taking some pot shots. No connections yet. Finally lands one on Alex, and the bomb barrier goes down as well. Going shotgun mode as Mezzi stuck in the pit. Doesn't know where the last 2 are. Still rotating from CT. 28 seconds to get this bomb planted. Molly towards the library. Leaves half of long open. And that's enough for Art to puncture his chest and find one more round for FURIA. The comeback continues.
I don't understand why he doesn't rush towards the side there, though. While the smoke is still up, instead he waits until it fades, using its molly and not, moving forward. But understandable why Cloud9 would take a tactical pause here to talk things over and see how they're going to approach this.
Unfortunately for Honda, for FURIA, they can't actually afford to rebuy the AWP that he had.
But it wasn't like a bad idea that Cloud9 had with, going for the apps pop and just, closing the distance as they would have done if they were, like, if Honda had been towards long in that round and they were able to get all the way through apps and just explode on that one flash, then they would actually have a pretty good situation, I reckon. But in tactical pauses like this, it's also easy to overthink because even though that you had the right idea, that you just got caught off guard by accident or because the FURIA got lucky with the read or whatever. But yeah, sometimes you just need to try again.
Huh? There's an AWP in spawn. Is this purpose? Please tell me someone's going to grab it on a rotate. They left an AWP in spawn on the ground.
I think it's going to rotate from B.
Yeah.
To rotate from B. Art's got the MP9 and we're going to switch out for it.
Phew, I hope so. This is
in case this kind of thing happened, but it will happen on A, and the bomb has been dropped now, and there's a smoke as well. Yuri will create some space for himself. Okay, Honda's got the AWP, so who the hell knows what's going on in that respect. There'll be a push from long. Art not wanting to take that fight at range, will just try and get onto the site and do that successfully. And Molly towards the bomb with these smokes up. Now Alex is left alone as FURIA are really threatening to maybe even win Inferno. Still behind, but soon they'll be a little bit less behind unless Alex can have the clutch of a lifetime. So far, so good. 1v4 mate 2. He's got 1 minute, drops the smoke to try and fall back, but Vinny will punish him.
Yeah, that got scary, right? Triple B early for FURIA, and Cloud9 get the pick out of apartments. Art probably sees the open rotation back and doesn't grab it purposely, knowing he's like the first player there. He's got to be quick into the fight and help out. But Honda does grab it and kills the long lurk, so it works out. I actually thought FURIA just miscalculated, but maybe they were expecting a B rush and wanted the firepower there. But yeah, this is now no longer a question mark. This is the reality. This is right around the corner in the face of Cloud9. 14, they've been here a while. 13, even longer. And FURIA just haven't given up. Art still has 6 kills, and FURIA making this happen. That really does give credit to everyone else on the team and stepping up. But I'm sure he's assisting in other ways that aren't necessarily showing up on the scoreboard.
He's me right now. He's the utility man. Map control with grenades is about it.
The brain.
Yeah. Brain with no legs.
$12 to 14, 2 rounds away now from equalizing to Cloud9. It's got to start feeling pretty bad for C9 right about now. I'm sure they are very focused. So looking for that banana control. There is that top banana presence still from FURIA, creating some resistance, encouraging, inviting additional utility from Cloud9 to try to take this position over. Very fast denial on that Molotov with the smoke, that precious CT smoke. Cloud9 though, not deterred, still trying to press forward, but into Art's AWP, and that's an important kill. And it doesn't seem like Cloud9 can really gain the ground that they're looking for. FURIA just not giving up top banana.
Yeah, they really struggled with the banana fight in the first half, FURIA. Maybe Art has found a place of comfort here. Oh, that's going to give a sound cue away. Or is it? Alex manages to dodge all of it. Probably made a footstep, though. See that flashbang all day. Vinny must be careful now. The rest of Cloud9 focused on top mid for the time being. There's a smoke on long. Okay, so Raptor's getting curious, as we can see. They have drawn a 4th man towards A somewhat, though. That would be Art, no longer here with the AWP.
Not really much util left here for Cloud9 to do anything. But the same goes for FURIA. Only one flash left here as the B execute comes.
Time, look at the time. There's 10 seconds on the clock. That's the bomb in no man's land now, as they have to cross. Big headshot from Alex. 5 seconds of flashbang for Art, maybe to push through that smoke and stop that plant.
I won't make it.
Doing it anyway.
Yeah.
Indeed it is.
Knocking it off the top.
Reduced to 1.
Oh, imagine if they both would have died after time there too.
But look at the time.
I want to make the same joke.
I really got to stop myself from saying that. I can never say that again.
Oh no, James! It's
Especially not
history.
today.
It's legendary. Wow, Cloud9, they may have run out of clay in this one because 14-13 and locks out around the AKs. Okay, they will be buying few.
It's kind of rough though too because they kind of have to, and it's not a good look. It's not comfortable. They've been struggling with when they've had everything.
Do you believe in the comeback now? Oh
no! That's not the start they need.
Oh, this could actually be it. This could be it.
Vinny's grabbed the AWP. He's got one. He needs to double it, or it needs to get out alive. He's not choosing to do either. The flash is good, and Vinny's gone. But the molly is still there. They have to smoke it. Honda trying to swing. S-Tag posts with the AWP. That's a perfect play. So ready for the early rotate. Fury moving their third man into position. And now Cloud9 own the site.
Look at Furia's money. This will completely fuck them.
Not like this. This is what happened to Cloud9, you know, similarly in the previous map, pulling it all the way back, falling in round 30, but they're not done yet. Yuri's in with a retake. Smoke to cut off the AWP, but he peeks it. A pre-fire before the smoke blooms. S-Tag takes him out of the action. K-Serato, he's got a 1v1 here. He's got a man trapped in the pit, but he hasn't cleared it yet. Creeping and crawling. Messi turns, but the AWP trains. It's S-Tag running through the smoke with 4, and he saves the day there, picking up Art's AWP. 15 for Cloud9 and the money.
Oh my god.
But what did Alex do on the boxes though? Why would he stand in that position on the boxes? I don't understand that. But such an important frag. Like, S-Tag gets 4 kills, yes, but it's that entry from Alex and knowing that there's another player behind sandbags that gets them that opening that they need. A bit unlucky from FURIA as well, but this is it from Cloud9. If they want to close it, this is it. The money is... yeah, excuse my French shit from FURIA. So this... the max 7 again, though.
Oh no! Vinny takes down 2, and Alex is stuck behind the smoke, trying to trade that out. He's got the bomb as well. He's got to be careful. Doesn't want to overcommit, and it's a 3v3. Are they able to collect those guns? They picked up 1 AK.
They heard the fallback, Cloud9. They heard the fallback. Will they venture? Is it a trap? Sometimes one guy will run away while another guy is sitting there to bait you to walk through something. I think it was more than one on this occasion. Down goes the smoke.
Oh, but they have Honda watching from our apps, so they know that they're still sitting at the bottom of banana at top mid.
Oh dear. I would not want to be in the server right now. Oh. They look interested in B, right? Vinny looking at the ground, trying to not get spammed. Drawing in the attention is his teammate. Molly can trap him, Vinny fights! Nothing, no flash, no warning, and he's dead. Mezzi even kills the top mid player. The bomb goes back. They know because of the flash that K-Serato was at B, and now this might be all over, all done, and the beginning of the third map, unless K-Serato does something filth.
I'm not sure if there's a kit anywhere, even if there was. I don't think he'll find one on this rotation. All the bodies are elsewhere. 1v3 for K-Serato. That'll definitely kill some time. Footsteps heard by Alex now. You can see the slight adjustment from Mezzi. Floppy's got some grenades. Elite the first flashbang. I think enough time has run where this is going to be insurmountable now, as long as they don't show. Has to go ahead of that molly. He just can't win standing here waiting for the molly. And there it is. Put out of his misery. It'll be 16 for Cloud9. Getting there eventually to the impressive 13, it must be said, after the horrible first half from FURIA.
Absolutely insane stuff. The amount of tension in that one map of Counter-Strike is really something. And FURIA will be happy at least with being able to find some life towards the end of that one. But it will be indeed a 16-13 in favor of Cloud9, bringing us to a third and final map. Oh, it's going to be a banger, that's for sure.
Yeah, no question about it. My oh my. Comebacks on both maps that were denied right at the end. Who knows where this series is ending up? We've got our deciding map. It's going to be, I think, Train, if I recall correctly, coming up after the break. So stick around. We'll see you for the end of CS Summit, the last game of the day, in just a moment.